Hi everybody, I'm a joy activation coach and I'm here talking to somebody who got activated. This is my friend John. John, say something about yourself.
Hi, my name is John Warren Simpson. I am a full-time RVer. I met Katy BEE here in Enchanted Oaks RV Park in Rockport, Texas. Totally serendipitous, but that was almost 6 months ago. And here we are, getting ready to go on our separate ways. I became acquainted with the physiological and neurological effects of humor when I was studying anthropology back at the University of Utah over 10 years ago. And I never really saw a way or even an avenue to put it into practice. But I've understood, that humor and laughter can be extremely beneficial in a wide variety of ways. And having been a student in Katy BEE's laughter yoga, joyful yoga classes, and seeing some of her other activities and workshops and stuff, how effective laughing and humor and spontaneity and just joyful interaction with other people can have such a very positive effect, breaking down barriers, people sharing common experiences with each other. And I think it goes a long way to help to dissolve the isolation and the barriers that we feel. Being a full-time RVer on my own, I don't even have a dog. I don't even have any houseplants. It's pretty a solitary life. And it's very infrequently that I actually have come to have even somewhat lasting relationships with the people that I meet in the campgrounds and in different places in my travels. So this is going to help me going forward to feel less lonely and less isolated from people. I can see the opportunities to connect. It's going to be with joy and with humor and some laughter. So I'm taking that with me.
Nice. So John, how did you feel before our first interaction?
I was kind of going through the motions. I had sort of an idea of where I was going and what I wanted to be. I took 2 months to take care of some business here. It's always important when you're on the road to stop for a while and do some maintenance. And I was only planning to be here for 2 months, and then I was going to be heading out west. But it was just this kind of, this is my plan, I'm on my own, I'm making my decisions, and I'm just going to do it, without a whole lot of feeling, just the intention of reaching a destination. But this experience here in Enchanted Oaks, which I initially give credit to the owners of this park for creating a community atmosphere. They created social events several times a month. And I realized right off the top that I was going to start participating. This was a totally new thing for me. And even before I met Katy BEE, I went to the first event that I felt that I had time to prepare for, was the Thanksgiving dinner. And I realized that this is going to be another significant new way of living, of experiencing my travels on the road. I can't say that this is going to happen at every RV park that I end up staying at, but being here and seeing that, the possibility and actually becoming a different kind of experience for me, made me realize that staying an extra while here in Rockport, especially at Enchanted Oaks, was going to be very beneficial. And it wasn't seriously going to impact my future plans, I'm leaving, and I'm going to be following through on my travels out to the Southwest. But yeah, it was kind of like the difference between having a gray overcast day like this is this morning, and then seeing the clouds part and the sunshine coming out and saying, yes, I feel alive. A real transformation.
Nice. Do you feel activated? Do you feel like, have I coached you?
Not specifically. It's been just kind of your general approach. I think I've gotten the most benefit out of the joyful yoga. And you have incorporated things in the joyful yoga that have made me feel changes in myself. Lightening up, opening up, and pushing myself. I think indirectly, you have given me encouragement to push against those obstacles, those things that are difficult, those challenges. And I think the best example of it is the clarinet.
Okay, yeah. Talk about that.
Some friends of mine, I was visiting them up in Quebec this summer, gifted me with a clarinet. I had played the clarinet when I was in junior high school and hadn't touched the instrument in over 60 years. I always thought in the back of my mind, if I did decide to take up music, it would be the clarinet because it was an instrument that I was familiar with. But now I actually had a clarinet in my hands. And for a long time, that was in August when I saw my friends, I was just really struggling with the mechanics of fingering and mouthing. And just before I met Katy BEE, I was ready to pack up that clarinet and just put it aside and says, this is going nowhere. I cannot do this. But Katy BEE gave me indirectly, because I don't think we were talking about that, but she gave me indirectly the encouragement to work on it and see if there was a way where I could at least start realizing progress. And I went on YouTube, I found some exercises for my mouth muscles. I realized that I need to strengthen the muscles in my left hand for the fingering. I got a heavy-duty clamp from Ace Hardware for finger exercises. I've been doing the mouth exercises, and now I can play 3 songs.
Yay! Yay! It starts with 3. It starts with 1 song.
Yeah, it starts being able to finger all of the holes to begin with.
Right.
I still have a long ways to go, but I think just learning 3 songs is quite an accomplishment.
It is. Yes, I agree with that. So any last thoughts before you leave and we part ways after 6 months of knowing each other?
Well, we're going to be apart physically, but we're going to be connected spiritually, cosmically, emotionally.
Totally.
And Katy BEE is just everywhere on the internet. She's got her own websites, several websites, all over the place on YouTube, Facebook, and always going to be in touch.
Yes.
So
yes,
I can see what she's up to, if I need to get refreshed or uplifted or
we can talk on the phone.
Share a little laughter.
Too. Yeah. And what would you say to folks out there about raising vibration and heart-brain coherence and what you've learned about that?
It's really given me a time to reflect on what kind of course I'm going to be pursuing in the future. I kind of pictured myself going off and doing my own work, which is very intellectual, I would say. You know, a lot of reading and a lot of thinking and trying to figure out some fairly profound concepts, that I was going to be doing that on my own. But raising the vibrations, another thing that came up in the last week in Katy BEE's videos, we're trying to create intentional communities. And seeking out people who have similar interests to mine, who are knowledgeable. And I'm really looking for instruction and understanding, which definitely raises one's vibrations. And see if I can find people to help solve some difficult problems.
Not emotional problems.
No. It's the work that I'm involved in is cultural astronomy. And I view it as a way to bring all of the people all around the world together, because we all can look at the same stars up in the sky. And if we can bring all of that common experience together, even if we don't share the same languages, even if we don't share the same cultural experiences, we have the stars to look at and say, yes, we can share what our perceptions and our knowledge with each other. And we can do it in a joyful way.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be so dark and serious and say, oh, nobody even cares about looking at the stars anymore. But we can make a difference.
And that just looking at the stars puts in perspective how small we are, how I believe there have to be other civilizations out there, and allow us to be these beings on this marble flying around with all these other planets and stars, and shows us some perspective about what in the world are we fighting about. It's thinking small to be arguing. It's thinking bigger and more in unity consciousness to not be critical and dividing of each other, which once we stop doing that, or once we find other ways to connect. I mean, we met here. I didn't know this person before. We met here. I happened to say hello. And it started there, and then this deep knowledge of his background resonates with my knowledge of ancient Sumeria and the planets that are important to ancient cultures, and that just happens to be something I've been looking at for 30 years. So we immediately started there and connected there first, which then John decided to be this John Simpson, who you see also commenting a lot on videos everywhere. But he became a volunteer, like the guy for Joy First Foundation while I've been here, and it's been absolutely amazing, and I've giant amounts of gratitude for you and for the support that I felt in this community, but especially from John, who just dove in and said, I'm going to volunteer for Joy First and learn while he does it, while I try new things, and he gives me feedback about that. It's been wonderful. So thank you.
Thank you. I really don't have a whole lot of commitments. I have a lot of time, and it has been a pleasure to provide as much support as I have been able to Katy BEE and the Joy First Foundation. And it's been reciprocal, because I have gained a lot of, well, I have learned to experience joy unselfconsciously. I have learned how to love and be loved, and how to express gratitude, how to give and to receive. And this whole experience has elevated me. And it's not just going to be a memory to look back on, but it's going to be something that I can carry with me as I travel forward.
Yeah. And we've definitely, it's been mutual elevation for sure. Mutual inspiration, having the support and somebody to bounce ideas off of and get feedback for the experiments that I'm trying to do, it's been amazing. And then of course just having this soul here to share life with a little bit has been just great. It's been wonderful.
It's been a very special relationship.
Yeah, for sure. A friendship that will never end, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna say goodbye here and see you tomorrow. But I just thought I'd share, because he's leaving today, that this is what it's been like here. Thank you. Have a good day. If you like this page, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that if I make a new video, you get to hear about it. Thank you. Bye.